everyone, I'm Noreen and welcome to my kitchen and another installment of What's for Dinner. Tonight we have a super simple chicken roll-up that is going to look elegant and it's going to make people think that they came to a five-star restaurant. I kid you not. Today we're going to be making an apple and brie stuffed chicken breast and it is going to be fantastic. Let's go see how this all comes together. Alright, we're going to go over all of the ingredients and then we're going to start assembling these really beautiful and delicious chicken breasts that are stuffed with brie and apples, and they're going to be like something you'd order in a five-star restaurant, only you're going to make them at home. We're going to bake them in the oven. In a restaurant they would probably throw these in the deep fryer. Baking them in the oven is easier, safer, and healthier in my opinion. So we're just going to roll that direction, and what you're going to need is, today I have 4 whole chicken breasts that have been butterflied and pounded. Just a little bit to make them a little bit thinner. Now, I'm going to be the first one to tell you I didn't do the greatest job of pounding these or filleting them, but this is what we got, so we're on roll. I have some fresh breadcrumb. I had a bag of stuffing cubes in my pantry, and I just threw these in the food processor and I ground them up into breadcrumb. We're going to need an apple. I have 1 honeycrisp apple that I have sliced pretty thin. You don't need a whole lot because we're not going to overstuff these. And we're going to need some brie. I have a wedge of brie here. I have a couple of pieces. I'm going to cut these in half, and we're going to make 4 of these chicken rolls. So you can use however much or little as you like. I like brie, and we will be eating this for lunches this week, so no biggie. We're going to need a couple of eggs. We're going to need some flour because these 3 things are going to constitute our breading station. And we have some seasoning. I have a teaspoon each of garlic powder, my homemade poultry seasoning, salt, and pepper. And that is it. That is it for this really beautiful and impressive dish. So I'm going to go ahead and clear, and we're going to go ahead and start assembling these brie and apple stuffed chicken roll-ups. Okay, I've got 3 of my chicken roll-ups finished, and we're going to show you how to do it on the last one. What I've done is I have sprinkled both sides of this butterflied chicken breast with some of our seasoning. I just mixed all of it up together. What's left we're going to put in the breadcrumb. And then we're going to add a couple of slices of apple, or 3, or whatever you like. It's up to you. Don't put too much in here though, because if you put too much, it's just going to be kind of a disaster. Then we're going to take our chicken and we're going to just put our apple down, put your brie on top, and then take your chicken. And remember, I said I didn't do the best job of butterflying this chicken, but you know what? Once we get this all breaded and baked off, nobody's going to know anyway, so it's all good, right? You'll be the only people who know my secret, and you don't have to share that with anybody. Okay, so there we go. That's our chicken roll-ups. Now I'm going to go set up my breading station, and we'll bread these up, and then we're going to preheat our oven to 375 degrees, and when I come back, we'll bread these all up. Alright, I have my classic breading station all set up. If you don't know what a classic breading station is, I also have a video explaining all of that. It's one of my Noreen's Kitchen Basics videos. But basically, a breading station that is properly done is flour, egg, and breadcrumb. And I'm going to use the rest of our seasoning. I'm going to put about half of it in our flour and half of it in our breadcrumb. And then I'm just going to mix this up real quick. It doesn't have to be too perfect because you're going to be mixing this up after you start dredging this chicken. There we go. Now, I did not use toothpicks, and I'm not going to because it just isn't necessary. As long as you put your chicken rolls seam side down, you're going to be fine. You're just going to need to be cautious as you do all this, okay? Make sure you get a good coating of flour on there. And then we'll roll it in the egg mixture. And then we'll dunk it right in the breadcrumb. And then we're going to put it on a baking sheet that I have lined with a silpat. And then we're going to do the same for all the rest of these. So when I have these all finished, I'll be back and I'll show you what happens next. All right, we have our chicken roll-ups with brie and apple all rolled up and breaded and ready to go in the oven. The last thing I'm gonna do, because we're not deep frying these and we wanna get that nice crisp on the outside and brown so that it looks like they were fried, I'm just gonna take my coconut oil spray, or you can use whatever vegetable oil spray you enjoy, and give a liberal coating on the outside. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pop these in a 375-degree oven for 45 to 55 minutes, depending, and they'll be done when there's no longer any pink in the center and the chicken is completely opaque. So into the oven these go, and we'll be back when it's time to take them out. All right, these baked for about 45 minutes and they're done, and I have removed them from the oven. We're going to allow these to cool for about 10 minutes before we fix you a plate, and we're going to be serving these tonight with a wild rice blend and some steamed broccoli. So we'll be back when it's time to fix you a plate, and we'll show you what these chicken roll-ups with apple and brie look like. All right, there you have it, our apple and brie stuffed chicken breast, and this kitchen smells amazing. I went ahead and I made some wild rice blend to go on the side along with some steamed broccoli. Yes, it's just frozen veggies, but that's what we all use. So we're gonna go ahead and this is super moist, and yes, we did have a little of the cheese cook out, but for the most part, there's some good cheesage in there. So I know Rick's ready to try this, aren't you, honey?
Yep.
All right, so. See if this will cooperate. It is done, yeah. What do you think? Oh,
delicious.
Oh, that's good. You can see the apple and the brie right in there. It's super flavorful. And it's moist. The chicken is not dried out. This was so easy to put together. And honestly, this didn't take long to make. We're having it on a Sunday night, but regardless, this was very simple to make, and I know you're gonna love it. So I want to thank you for joining me today so you could see how I made these really easy and delicious brie and apple stuffed chicken breasts. I hope that you give them a try. If you liked today's video, please consider giving me a thumbs up, and if you're not already, be sure and hit that big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on all the real food for real people, real easy recipes that we present all the time right here on our YouTube channel and straight from our kitchen. I hope you give these apple and brie stuffed chicken breasts a try, and I hope you love them. And until next time, I'll see ya. To me, I'm just gonna pop my pork tenderloin right on in there. And in goes the sauce. I'm gonna grab a pair of tongs. I'm just gonna give these a bit of a flip, just so that they get